Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John and this video is going to be an unboxing of Dog Soldiers on 4K, and also I'm going to explain why this happened. So anyway, let's see the unboxing now. Deep joy. So this one here, and the reason why I'm kind of unboxing these tonight is because, like I say, I want to have a look through them, and also what I want to do is to see if there's any damage to them, because as you can see there's that. I don't think that matters, but you never know. So this one is Dog Soldiers. Let's do a corner check. I notice the shrink wrap's coming a little bit weird there, because usually I like to try and keep the shrink wrap on as long as I can on these things, but it looks like I can't really do that with this one, because if I do it with this one the shrink wrap will just come off, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to be one of these people who say, excuse me, can you take this back, the shrink wrap's come off. So just after completing that video I did go to take the shrink wrap off, and this is what I found. So I hope that comes across. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. That's a spine slash all the way across the top of that. So that's why this was done, because I didn't see it at this point until I looked at it and I thought, so that's why this has got this problem. So what I did was I got to them and I said, look, I'm not accepting this one, I want another one. And then lo and behold, the next day the next one turned up. So here's the unboxing from that one. Okay, so take two, it's the next day. Now let's see what this one's like. Deep folly. I hope that's not a thing of what's to come. Oof. Double deep folly. I don't think that's ever happened before. Anyway, fingers crossed. Wow. And let's see if this one's correct. Dog Soldiers. Now, the other one had this really horrible scratch on the top, so hopefully this one will be alright. Just do the old checking of the corners. That's okay. The old light check. Not too bad. That there where it was actually split a bit, and I thought, oh well, I'll just take the cellophane off, and then when I realised there was a really deep spine slash in it, I thought, wow, that's got to go back. So excellent, that looks okay. Also, something else come, which was going to come last night, and it was saying it was on its way and it would be delivered by 10 o'clock. Of course 10 o'clock came, no sign of it. So you think, well, when does it cut off time for Amazon, which apparently is meant to be 10 o'clock. So I didn't want to stay up till like, I don't want to go to bed at 10 o'clock, which I don't do anyway. And then somebody knocked on the door at 10:30. Anyway. Ooh. So kind of deep folly, really. Right. So in here I've got two things in here. The first one is, let's see what this one looks like. The Mummy. The second sight version of the Mummy. Let's have a good look at this one. I would urge anyone, if you have, especially on big ticket items like this, if you have any problems with them, just get in touch and just say, I want to return. Especially one like this, which could be sold out. You need to get these ones as soon as possible. I've got to say they've been good about it. All I've got to do is get that one away by the 28th of September. And then if I don't, I'll have to pay for it, which I don't really want to do. So that's an amazing release there, The Mummy. Great film as well. Well, it's a Hammer movie, so there you go. And the last one here is Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell, which is the last Frankenstein movie that was released by Hammer. And if I'm honest, I think that's a good one as well. Don't think there's any problems with that. There's nothing worse when you pay money for something and it just comes and it's like trash. Well, kind of, it's not correct. There's no way I was going to accept that, Dog Soldiers. So, okay, back to the original video. Also this Friday, the 2nd of September at 7 PM, me and Rock God 2004 are going live with our part 3 of our Video Nasties live stream. And we've got some great titles to talk about, and this one's going to be one of them. Now, there's a lot to talk about with this movie, especially with this movie, and also with the fact it's going to be coming out in 4K very soon in this country and in the US. I'm going to talk at length about that. and maybe what you should and shouldn't go for if you're going for the 4K of this version of this movie. This movie divides everybody. You either love it or you hate it, and predominantly for the fact it's got the worst animal cruelty you could ever see in a movie. But we're going to go more into that in this part 3. We've got some other really great video nasties to talk about. Also as well, RockGod 2004, I'm going to leave a link down to his channel down below because he's just started to make his own videos showing off various things to his collection. Now his first video that he's put out when he's dealing with stuff from his collection, it's great. I'll not tell you what's in it, but you've got to go and see it because the edition he's showing off and some versions of the editions are amazing. So these are the things that I really like about Nigel's sort of collection. He's got some stuff in there when he talks about the movie. He's got a lot of things to do with that movie and some stuff that rare that you didn't even know was even out. So I urge you to take a link down to check that.
Where's me ladders?
So I urge you to check that link down below. You have a great time in that video, and also I'll put a link on to our live stream part 3 that's going to be coming up on Friday, and it'll be great to see you all along there, and it's going to be a good one this time. So check that one out. So back to Dog Soldiers. Okay, so this is the one that I got with the spine slash. Now, I was talking to Keith from Euphoria Pictures, link down below to his channel, and I was telling Keith about the fact of receiving this through the post, and I also told him about how quick I got the other one. So I've got to give Amazon that they did that, but also we're talking about this in general. So I was telling Keith that I got my replacement Dog Soldiers literally 12 hours later that was sent to us, and I was talking about this one here, and I said all I've got to do with it is just to take it along to my local news agents, which is affiliated with this scheme where you can send stuff back. You just it says you just put the stuff into the envelope. You don't have to seal it or anything. You just have to pass it across to them, and then you can go back and you just that's it done. It seems that we were both talking. It seems a little bit odd that you don't even seal it up, but apparently they do everything with it. So I'll let you know how that one goes when I take it back. Now, me and Keith were talking about this release in general, and also we're talking about the fact that when you send it back, the fact that I've left the shrink wrap on, I've left it exactly how I got it. This was exactly how it was, and people would see that because the stores pull it out of the case on the start of this video. And he had said to me, quite rightly, he says, you know what I would be surprised with? If they take this back, because it looks, pretty much pristine, and they might put it out for sale again. And Ad says, you know what it is, that could happen. And the fact is that to stop that, he said, why don't you take the shrink wrap off? So what you're going to see is a bit of a rare event. You're going to see me take the shrink wrap off this one. And to be honest, that's something I've really hardly ever done. I don't think I've ever done it on a video before, as far as I remember. So here we'll go. I do like taking shrink wrap off, but these days I do try and keep it on because of the simple fact it just protects the case a little bit longer. There you go. Yeah, that's not good, is it? I mean, to be honest, when it's on the shelf, you wouldn't really know. But when you buy something that's a high ticket price, you don't want any damage on it whatsoever. There's a J card off. There's the back of the box. Now with my other one, I don't do this with the other one. So it's nice to see this in the flesh, because I won't be doing that with my other one until the shrink wrap gets that bad that it comes off. So in here you get a humongous book. And I mean a humongous book. It's I'm going to keep this. I don't want to send this back with it being, absolutely not going to thumb through it too much. So there you go. That's the booklet. You also get the art cards, which I'll leave that on there. So yeah, so this is a great set. I think it's worth the money. Is it worth it with having a big spine slash in the top? Not at all. How they're going to rectify that, I don't know. So anyway, why do I think Dog Soldiers look so good? Well, this movie was filmed in 16mm. Now 16mm has a certain amount of data that you can store in it, because obviously 35mm you would get more data on that. 70mm you get more data on that. It's to do with the size of the frame. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a message. I'm going to send a message to my good friend John Clancy from Movie Collector. I'll leave a link down to his channel down below. And I'm going to ask John if he could wade in the comments and see if I'm actually right about what I'm going to say. Because I think I'm right, but I'm not. He would probably know exactly if I'm right about this. So the first time they went back to the original negatives, which were thought to be long lost. And they've done an amazing job in it. So this movie was filmed in Super 16mm. Now what Super 16mm is, if I'm right in thinking, it's got a bigger size to it, which means you can get more information in the frame, which means you can draw more information out for when you transfer this in 4K. The bigger the image, the more quality, the more stuff you're going to have in the image. That's what I think anyway. And I do know that the size of Super 16mm is bigger than 16mm, but it's not as big as 35mm. So to recap, if I'm correct, the elements which are Super 16mm, because of the increased frame size, they can get more information out of the picture. When I watch this movie properly, hopefully I get a bit of information from John Clancy, and I can use that when I'm talking about this when I've actually watched the full film. I'm dying to see it actually. So that's Dog Soldiers. And don't forget the live stream on Friday night. And don't forget I'll be talking about these two in an upcoming video. So thanks for watching, you take care, and I will see you on the next video. Cheers. Do you like that one?